Welcome to the program, Reverend Gichoke. Please take a moment and introduce yourself to the viewers.
Yes, thank you. My name is Robert Gibbs Gichoke. This is where we live. We came here in 2000, so we had been here. Please feel welcome to our home.
Thank you so much for welcoming us to your home and to this program. So
Yes.
here today we are at the home of a legend in the sense that you are a retired minister. But let's go back to your entry into the ministry. By the way, where were you born and raised?
I was born in Nakuru, a place called Kwamuronyo, on your way to Bahati.
Yes.
And after that, I was brought up in Bantasaiso and also Kabemoto. Let alone when the government of the day, by then, the British pushed us to Nyeri at near Wandombi, where Wangari wa Maathai comes from. And I was there for that period of time with my parents, but we have relatives now in Nakuru. So let alone I was there, I started in a place called Wandombi Primary School. I went to Machakos Technical School, where I was doing mechanical engineering. Let alone I came to Nairobi. And that's where I was until I had the call to the ministry. That was 1976. I had God calling me. And by then, I was a member of Isri Community Center. That's why, that's the church now, the Presbyterian Church in Isli. And later on, in 1976, I was a member, a secretary to the youth of the parish. And the call met me there. So I wrote a letter to, I had them announcing that they want students for the ministry. And my call to the ministry grew up. So I went and I wrote a letter. But unfortunately, or fortunately, whichever comes first, I was, the one who answered me was the clerk to the session and told me they don't realize me very well. But I was not annoyed about that. I knelt and I told God, if you are the one who calls people, when you call me next time, no one will close the door, even the window. So 1976, 78, they did the same. I applied. Then I was called by the session, and they said, the boy is good. The presbytery also called me. They said the boy was good. I was called, the training also called me. And later on, I went to St. Paul's Theological College. Yes. And all that time I was doing some interviews. And later on they admitted me in 1979. Okay. So I started. I completed in 1981. 1981 I was posted to Nanyuki as a student. And within 18 days I was reposted to Nyeri. By then I was at the Tomotomo Presbytery.
Why 18 days?
The question can be answered by the church.
Or the pastor,
who got me here. Let alone I went to Nyeri and Ada Irusius Igona. You remember Igona? Yes, I know. That's so we were together, and Reverend Foro was in Ihororo. So in 1983, Kenyajui also came there.
To Teto.
To Teto. So we were together. And we were licensed and ordained the same day with Reverend Kenyajui.
I remember.
So later on, then I was posted to the Nyeri Presbytery, Nyeri Parish was subdivided. Came the Genge Parish and the Nyeri Parish. So I was taken to the Genge Parish. After
the Genge is your home area.
Yeah, it was my home then. Then later on, after being there for that period of time, 1984, 85, I was posted to Mukurweini, Mohito Parish. I was there, and in 1987, the whole of that year I went to Zambia to do youth leadership and community development. Later on, I came back, and in 1978, 1988, I was posted to Meru, Gerine Parish. That was Imenti Presbytery. I was there, and after that, in 1991, I was posted to Komodai. I was there for a time, and again, 1995, I was posted to Muranga, Mudithi Parish. From there, 1997, I was posted now to the head office. At the BSR.
Yes.
Where I stayed for 14 years.
Yes.
And later on, I was posted to Musa Gitau.
Oh, after BSR, you went to Musa Gitau after BSR?
Yeah, I was there during the time of Gitonga. Then I was posted again to, after 14 years, I was taken to Musa Gitau. From Musa Gitau, 2015, I went to Deya Parish. Then when I was there, I subdivided Deya into 3 parishes. That was Meredo, Githungosho, and Thigio. Then 1985, 2018, 25th of November, I retired.
Wow.
Then when I retired, I was attached. By then was Reverend Agora, who said, if we leave this man here, the work will not go very well. So he told me that I have to be attached to another parish. That's the time I was attached to the Kamadura. Kamadura. And today I'm still there.
I thought you were in Nairobi North.
No, I decided to be there because we are only 2. Nyoro and I. We had Watute who actually passed on. So we are only 2. And if I came to Nairobi North,
so many
we have about 7, I don't know, 7 or 8 retired ministers. So that's what was my own thinking. That's where I am now.
Now, let's go back a little bit and want to know, before you joined the ministry after Machakos Technical, what were you doing?
I was a supervisor in a weaving project in Eastleigh. Eastleigh Community Center. So that's why I had been working. So you were working in a church. And you were youth secretary. I was youth secretary, yes.
And yet the session clerks said when you applied the first time that they don't know you well.
Possibly I was too small to be noticed.
Oh, that was interesting. But it's an interesting journey actually that you have been through. And you are one of not very many ministers who have had experience in terms of parochial ministry and non-parochial ministry. Having now served at the head office in the BSR, Board for Social Responsibility Department. Now, what, for the interest of the viewers, what does BSR entail? What is the work at the Board for Social Responsibility?
During my service, when I was in Thigege Parish, I managed to start a project for mentally challenged. I started with the 12 kids, but now today they are 175. Then when I left there, I thought that was my line. Then I went to Meru, and I thought of starting, but it was difficult. Let alone when I came to Komodhai, 1991, I started another one, because actually that is my line, is social projects. So I started another one with the 7 kids. Today we have 131 children. It's a big one. And it has, to me, my area of service would be social.
Social responsibility.
It's social responsibility. So when I went to BSR, I felt I have reached. Because even going out for emergency response, which the Church of Sweden was actually sponsoring, I was happy with that. And again, when I went to Britain in 1984, I went to Britain for 1 year to train as for social policy and administration and project planning.
Okay.
So that's what I did there. And when I came, I thought these are all my areas of service. So that's why I was doing those things. Yeah.
Wow, you could be probably the only, if not just some few, ministers who in the PCA have been allowed to work in their area of interest and call.
That's what
social
I noted.
Responsibility.
That's what I noted.
Because we have been having a lot of mismatch between the giftedness and the calls of ministers who are gifted in this area, but they are still serving in a different area. Now, tell us more about your life as a director of BSR at the PCA head office and the things that you were able to accomplish.
Yeah. When I was there, I was able to train people towards project planning. This happened when I invited people to empower our people in various projects of the church. Because when the church employed me into Board for Social Responsibility, one area was to coordinate projects. And it was not easy because what I found in those areas when I was actually trying to empower them, we don't, there are very few people who are visionary. To see if you tell them that you can push this vehicle without fuel to the gate, they say, no, we have to lift it. Do something like that.
Yes.
So that's what I discovered. And I think we did quite a lot in empowering because I was connected with people who can do that or could do that by then. So that is my experience.
Yes.
The other one is the church needed to wake up and understand what is social responsibility.
Yes.
Because they seem as if they don't understand. I'm not accusing them. Because even when minister goes into a parish, you see he does the same thing that was in the time with the memorial is being done even today. They don't even start a project. And we have many needed people within the area. Yeah, we don't have a special parish that we don't have special cases like those ones. The other thing I did was to be connected to schools of that nature. One thing we had the courage here in Kasarani, KIST, it's called one, Kenya what do you call it?
KISE. Institute of Special Education. Special
Education. I knew those people, some people there, so I was connected again. I was connected with the one in Thika, the school there, for the
bride.
Not the blind, the other one. Because the one I had was physically challenged and also mentally challenged. So Joy Town.
Oh, okay.
Joy Town. And I had been doing all those things. let alone is the time I noted that even those who possibly who came to Board for Social Responsibility, they never empowered our people in the parish to start those type of projects. Yeah.
So there's several things that may have happened during your time at the Department of Board for Social Responsibility that needed or called the church to come together for a particular cause, and especially disasters and stuff like that. Can you tell us about maybe a particular? I thought about an issue like Solai. Solai happened when you were the director?
No. It happened later.
Okay.
So, but what happened was during the time of crisis, crashes.
Oh, yeah.
That so one I was totally involved. That's why I'm saying those who are in the parish and possibly in the college that we learn, even the Presbyterian, needed to have a department where people are empowered. Because when those things came, I was connected with the first church of what we call it. We have a church, an office near Wilson Airport, where I was connected with Norway.
Okay.
Church Norwegian Church Aid.
Yes.
We were very, very close with them, such that when that thing happened, these crashes, and people were chased, I was able to provide for 540 tents in Moro that I was given by Norway.
Okay.
He applied and they gave me. That's why we settled our people, because they could not move. The other thing was done is that we had to provide them with food and clothing. So I had actually to see where to get those things, to apply, and to call well-wishers who actually understood, and they gave me those things. So when we went to Eldoret, now the camp, the IDP camp, they had a big challenge because they were provided by USAID. They provided type of those type of tents, which during the sunshine, it was a terrible challenge. It was very hot.
Yeah, I know.
And that one I found when we went to Moro, there was a lady who gave birth in those things. And I took a lady called Barbara from US who had come to visit and witness what was going on. And we found she got a baby last night. Although she cried because she has never seen that. She cried. But it happened.
Yes.
So that's what I was seeing, that to me, I provided those things and I responded to positively to what they needed, especially food, clothing, because some of them left when their houses were burnt, and also they were stolen. The clothes were stolen.
Yes.
So we had to provide the clothes of that nature.
Wow, your experiences and what you did during your time at the BSR is what we would call church outside the box.
Yeah, outside the box.
And that's very important information that we need to know, so that we get to understand that church is not just what happens on Sunday. I happened to have been a minister during the crashes in the Rift Valley in 1997, so I understand what you're talking about. During your term or time at the BSR, the Board for Social Responsibility was quite conspicuous in terms of its work. But I think today the board it's under the mission department or something?
Yeah, that's what I heard. But during the time of Reverend Kabwe, Eustace,
okay.
They tried to join it.
Okay.
By then there was a moderator who wanted that to be done like that, both. Joya defended us very well. Reverend Joya said they cannot match. No.
Oh, mission and BSR.
Because the vision is not the same. Yeah. The mission of the BSR and the vision were not the same.
Okay.
with that of mission department. So, and the one time Reverend Joya asked, why don't you build the churches wherever you go, and many people get saved? And then we told him that our mission is not going to, ours was practical witness. To a point when you do that, the people understand who God is practically. But the other one way to tell him they will go to heaven, but possibly you leave them thinking about heaven. But when they touch and they do see what you are doing, then they understand.
Okay.
One thing that happened later, although that is by the way, I provide wheelchairs.
Okay.
When I left BSL, I started issue of providing wheelchairs. I borrow from people and I give out. Even today I have one here. So what I did when I was in Musa Gitau, I gave a wheelchair to prove that practical witness works better than anything else. We were with Mariam, my wife, and we gave a wheelchair to a gentleman who had an accident with a motorcycle and he paralyzed from the waist downward. So, and even today, he is 29. Even today, the mother is the one who dresses him with the diapers. So when I went, it was actually in the afternoon, I gave the wheelchair. And when he went out, he went on doing like that and said, "Nama digo shoka gutora gitanda-ini." Then I prayed and I left. My car was like where you see the fence on the other side. When we got there, he sent for us and told the person, "Tell them to come back." So when I came back and I was there with my people, he said, "I want to say today that I have decided Jesus Christ to be my Savior."
Wow. Wow.
I never told him about
Jesus.
Heaven and whatever.
It was just a wheelchair.
A wheelchair. That proving that a practical witness like the one BSR is supposed to be doing it speaks louder. Yeah, that's what I would say.
That's practical ministry.
But that's a practical ministry.
So, what is your honest opinion about the merger of the Department of Mission and Board for Social Responsibility?
I think the church would not do very well in doing that. They would separate the way it is doing, leave those who are, because all of us are not, they are not like those who work in practical witness, but to let them, those who preach.
Go and preach.
When Reverend Murigo came, was a good preacher. You know, he could go to Kasarani Stadium
Open air.
and open air. He was very good at that. And he could heal people, you know. So he cannot fit in now in the BSR. BSR needs that you go closer to the needy. Sit with them and understand them. If one needs a medical whatever, medical solution, you think where to get somebody who can address that. In BSR, we had the money that we were given by U.S. church to educate the children from the needy families.
Yes.
We also could actually pay for medical by requesting our partners to give us that. In mission, you don't do that. No. Let them go and preach and start churches.
Yes.
Those who can actually address the people, the needy people, let them remain like that. Because they see them closer. They understand them. And you can understand now those type of cases. So merging them is not a great mistake, but it would not be in the right way.
Yeah.
No.
They already merged, by the way.
But that was not, it was started, it was actually tried during the time of Reverend Gadanju. No, and actually the whole General Assembly said no. Let the BSR and the Board for Social Responsibility be Board for Social Responsibility. They are not actually together.
But what is happening? Who is at the BSR now?
That's the gentleman from, is it from Meru? He is who? There's somebody who is there. Yeah.
He is under the mission department.
That was
It's
not
mission.
to me, if I'm consulted, was not the right move.
Yes.
Because even the church in US, in Britain, in who else were participating with us, they actually knew there was BSR. And even if you go to US today, there is that BSR.
Wow. I don't know. I rarely hear about BSR today, but I know it was quite
It's Board for Social Responsibility.
Yes.
The other one is
Mission
Department, where you move and go and preach.
Okay, now, Gibson, you're now a retired minister, but you're still very energetic and active. I don't know why you retired.
It's God's doing.
So
you know, when I retired, I rang Reverend Wanjau and just to inform him that I've retired. You know what he did? What is PCA doing? Retiring the young people. I never called him again because I never wanted to pollute his heart.
Okay, so now you are an experienced minister in terms of both the parochial and non-parochial ministry.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about the differences between the two calls?
I will tell you now. If you are retiring today, my advice to those who are retiring, a big word, I don't know whether you call it a vocabulary, please accept to retire.
Accept to retire.
And again, you are retired. Secondly, when you come home here, don't think you are coming to sleep. No. because every time I receive calls here from ministers telling me, can you give me a date? Can you please come and help me here and there? Last week I was at Reverend Keman's what? Darugo area.
Okay.
Uyu Elizabeth. Simon.
Kemani.
Yeah. Next week I will be in Juja Farm. Because when you are in a certain parish, they put you into their program. But not every Sunday. It's when, like once a month. So other days, people call you. The other day I was, was it this year? I was sent to Narok to bury a certain person. And when I went there, I understood that a certain lady heard that I was around. And he called the elder and told him, please tell the minister I have not had the Holy Communion.
You're going for a funeral now.
Yeah. Then after the funeral, I was invited. Because when you retire and have accepted, there are more things to do. Secondly, when God helps you to retire without any complication of the body, then you are able to be utilized. That is the social responsibility. You go where there is need.
Okay. So how did you prepare yourself for retirement? Because retirement is not a one-time thing; it's a process. How did you prepare yourself?
No, it's just accepting, not to accumulate things. No, I didn't want it to say that I'm accumulating things. No.
Yeah.
It's just to say, now I'm not an active minister, I'm a retired minister.
I mean in terms of preparation.
No, I was told that he will be retiring. Then I was telling people, yeah, I will retire. Joyfully,
Yes.
Not being, there are people who are told to retire, but they become a problem.
Yes.
There was a gentleman here in Ruai who retired from a manager. Then when he went to Ruai, he was from Western, he never accepted. Every morning he was going to work, but he sat right at the reception reading the paper. During lunch hours, he walks out and went for lunch and came back to the same place. That is sickness.
Denial.
And
Denial.
total denial.
Yes, total
so
denial.
I'm telling our ministers, when you are retiring, and the church has put that, when you are 65, you retire.
Yes.
Why do you want to be
To continue.
to continue or be told again?
It's because you were
that's
not
a policy.
prepared. You were not prepared.
That's a policy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now, what do you do in retirement as a person?
I read books, and when I'm invited, I go. Yeah, and I visit people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no problem.
Okay.
I have never done it. Like now, about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Is it 2 weeks or 3? On 20th of December, I was invited by Mwati in Musa Getao to meet, to go and sit with the old people there, possibly my age. Because one was 186, 106.
Yes.
The oldest was 106. And there were 73.
Wow.
In that church of Musa Getao. So we sat there, and when they saw me come, they wanted, all of them, men and Chosho wanted to hug me. So we sat and enjoyed. And I saw that is another ministry, where you encourage now those people, not because they were ministers, but their age, which is advancing.
Yes.
You are able to address and possibly love with them. They like that fellowship.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that what you were doing when I found you at Sukari the other day?
Here?
Yeah.
No. we were called. We were called to go. Those who are so good, old people. People don't accept that I retired.
Yeah.
Because they see me, a young boy, going around. But when we went there, that's what we were called to fellowship together with the others.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those who are retired.
I found you there. So what can you tell us about now the difference between active ministry and life in retirement? How do you feel about it?
It's easy, one, because you are not, although you are not called to duty. You know, the other time when you are working, there are many things that you are learning and planning, and you have to fulfill, especially the diary. But now, it's only the diary that somebody has put it there.
Yeah.
You know, and Ananiambia, put that one there and come to my parish. Or come and help me for burial. It's something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. Now take a minute.
Yeah.
Face the camera and give a word to us active ministers.
Yeah.
Something that is an advice to us that are still in active ministry, and especially in terms of the working relationship between the active and the retired ministers.
Good. Which one? This one or this one? The same. What I would tell my ministers, because I was in my practical work, when I completed the college now to the parish.
A student minister.
Yeah, student minister. I was trained by Reverend Foro.
My mentor.
Who actually later on became my best man and the best man.
Wow, I didn't know that. Okay.
So, what he advised me, 3 things I would remember. 1, always when you are working as a minister, be yourself.
Yes.
Because when you want to be yourself, please remove the pride so that you can reach that man right at the bottom. That is important. The second one is that don't keep money ahead of everything. Because you will have a problem with the parishioners.
Yes. Because
when you are keeping money ahead of everything, you demand, and it's easy to be bought by those who have.
Oh, yes.
Then you have a problem. The third one, remember you are called, and the one who called you will look at your record. If you read in the book of Revelation, says, a book was
opened.
And another was opened. Your record is there. So if God has called you for that record, please do the needful.
Yes.
Because whoever is waiting for you, actually you'll answer some questions about that. And now what my discovery after that is that please relate with everybody in the parish.
Yes.
Children, youth, young, old, and the oldest.
Rich and poor.
Rich and poor. Because like now where I was, I'm actually afraid to Ichongwa, the father to Kemani. We call each other Mundu Arika. That's what we call each other. Because we love each other, even the wife. And the other day he called me for a birthday, his birthday. He is 105 now. So he is my Rika, actually.
I can see.
And the man we were with in Komodai, in Musagetao, was 106.
Wow.
And we are very good, close people. Even though they don't have. But that love for each other is more than money.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I would say.
That is very important.
Yeah.
So
when you are working in a parish, if you follow those things, money becomes secondary. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Reverend Geshoke, for your time, for your words of counsel, and especially for sharing your life and journeying the ministry with us and with the viewers. So we thank you and we wish you were in retirement.
Thank you. Thank you.
Even as you don't seem to be in retirement, and as you continue to serve God and praying for those of us that are still in active ministry. So thank you so much and God bless you.
God bless you
for your time. Keep it up. Thank you. Viewers, see you in the next episode of The Regents. God bless you.
Thank you.
Did you know that more than 130,000 children fail to join secondary education due to lack of school fee? Did you know you can help a child get a bright future by donating 1 shilling and 50 cents per day? Join the NCCK Scholarship Program today and give hope to a needy child. The NCCK Scholarship Program pays school fees for bright and needy children in secondary school and also gives them psychosocial support. Text ELIMU to 29888 to brighten a child's future and give them hope. Send ELIMU as an SMS to 29888, then reply with 1 to subscribe to the 29888 ELIMU for 1 shilling and 50 cents per day. When you text ELIMU to 29888, 1 shilling and 50 cents will be deducted from your airtime daily for 3 months. The NCCK Scholarship Program is an initiative of the National Council of Churches of Kenya in partnership with Saidika, a digital fundraising platform. NCCK will publicly account for all funds received from the drive. Join NCCK in changing a child's life with only 1 shilling and 50 cents daily. Text ELIMU to 29888.
Ili kuangamiza mchwa waharibifu kwa miti, mbao za ujenzi na samani iliyoundwa kwa mbao, tumia Gradometer. Gradometer hudhibiti mchwa ama termites haraka na kwa zaidi ya miaka 10 bila uvamizi mwingine. Maliza mchwa leo. Pata Gradometer kwa Agrovet iliyo karibu nawe. Kwa maelezo zaidi, wasiliana nasi kupitia nambari hizi. Angamiza mchwa na Gradometer kutoka Kenagro. Gradometer, the #1 termiticide in Kenya.
The Presbyterian University of East Africa is a faith-based chartered private university sponsored by the Presbyterian Church of East Africa, PCEA.
Puer is devoted to excellence in teaching, learning, research, and producing leaders in different disciplines through the development of innovative, competitive, and market-driven academic programs.
The Presbyterian University of East Africa welcomes your application to study in any of our market-driven courses, be it at PhD level, a master degree, bachelor degree, diploma, certificate, or a short course of your interest. And now introducing a master degree in theology. Our serenic academic location and world-class faculty enable us at the Presbyterian University to produce holistically trained graduates for service to God and humanity. Our trimester sessions ensure you complete your course study in record time. Join us during this ongoing intake and learn in the most affordable university in Kenya, offering top-notch competitive education. Contact us now on 0723 799 904 or visit our website www.puer.ac.ke for admissions or further inquiry. The Presbyterian University of East Africa.
Finding new paths.
The Presbyterian University of East Africa.
Previously on the Bible. Great heroes have forged the Jewish nation in faith. Moses freed the people from Egyptian slavery.
Lord! Follow me!
Joshua led them into the promised land. David united the Israelites and delivered the city of Jerusalem. But now their descendants are ruled by Rome under Pontius Pilate.
Roman scum! Roman thieves!
Hundreds are heading to see the prefect Pilate. What? He'll have them cut down before they can get anywhere near him.
It's time you understood what your masters do for you.
Pilate has already massacred hundreds of Jewish people. High priest Caiaphas fears any further disorder could make Pilate kill again or shut the temple. In the province of Galilee, Jesus has already been making waves.
If you hunger for righteousness, you will be filled through me.
I've had reports of a young prophet, Jesus of Nazareth. He has a big following in Galilee. He works miracles.
Jesus has cast out demons, cured the sick, and has even raised the dead. Thousands believe he is the Messiah.
They want you to be their king! King of the Jews! You can lead us like an army!
This is not the way. Not by force.
Now Jesus and his followers are heading to the center of power, Jerusalem.
The Messiah from Galilee in Jerusalem at Passover. How timely. Does Pilate know?
Passover is the biggest Jewish festival of the year. Thousands come to Jerusalem to thank God for releasing their ancestors from Egyptian slavery. Jesus' entrance creates a storm. The prophet Zechariah predicted that a new king of the Jews would enter the city on a donkey.
Where is he now?
He's just entered the city on a donkey.
See, your king comes to you, righteous and victorious, humble, and riding on a donkey. Where's he headed?
Towards the temple.
This agitator from Galilee, he's trouble. The crowds, how are they responding? And the Romans, have they made any move yet?
No.
Well, so far.
He must not interfere with Passover.
God will bring his wrath down upon all of us. And who knows what Pilate will do if the crowds run out of control. Nicodemus, go with Malchus. If he enters the temple, watch him. Do not blink. I need to know everything. Go.
Why don't you make us free? Save us from the Romans, Lord!
We come in peace, Barabbas.
Get out of the way! Get back!
The temple is the holiest place in the Bible. During festival times, selling sacrificial animals and changing money has become a thriving business.
Jesus, please! Is it not written?
Wait.
Is it not written? My house shall be called a house of prayer. But you have made it a den of thieves.
Who are you to tell us this?
We teach the law, not you.
You pray lofty prayers and love your shows of piety in the temple. Hypocrites, you cannot serve God and money.
This is outrageous, and you a little help.
He's clever. The crowd worship him. There is something unusual about him.
There is nothing unusual about him apart from his ability to cause havoc. If he returns, challenge him. Make his supporters see their messiah for the simple-minded peasant that he is.
In the week leading up to Passover, Jewish pilgrims visit the temple daily.
Arms for the poor. God bless you.
Jesus also returns to preach to ever larger crowds.
It is much harder for a rich person to enter the kingdom of God than it is for a camel to go through the eye of a needle. The most important thing is that you should love your neighbor as you love yourself.
Teacher! They say you are learned. So, tell us. Should we pay taxes to the Romans?
It's a trap.
Well, teacher, should we pay the Romans taxes or...
Not pay! Not pay! Not
Tell him! Whose face is on the coin?
Caesar's?
Then give to Caesar what is Caesar's, and give to God what is God's.